Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to Steins Gate, a safe space in which we awesome, where we are, of course, just making the fatal choice for our good friend here, Lukiko. Now, unfortunately, we can't do the D-mail situation. We have to go with the standard actual way, but that's fine. There is no choice. She knows it as well as I. Man, I'm gonna be real excited to come back and redo these sort of alternate reality ones, because I am going to, for the record. Because doing the Lukiko one, it seems the most right to me. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why, but it does. We return empty-handed to Bayashi's shrine, which is dyed scarlet by the setting sun. Lukiko lets go of my hand after we arrive. We spent the whole time walking hand in hand. That's really adorable. Maybe that's why I feel it's right, because they're together and things are happy. Then she turns to me. So this is goodbye. Oh. Yeah. I'm really happy that I could train with you again. She smiles shyly again, but her cheeks are dyed pink. You know, she decided to dye them that color. I can tell she's desperately holding back her tears. Behind that very adorable smile. But those tears hold a different meaning than the ones I saw before I time leaped. At least, I'd like to think so. I didn't really do anything boyfriend-like for you, did I? That doesn't matter. Yeah, you're right. As long as we're both happy, that's kind of what relationships are. They're not defined by prerequisites. I'm sincerely relieved, because Lukiko smiled for me. Please, save Mayuri-chan. She is all that matters to any of us here. Mayuri-chan is very important to me. Lukiko. Please, go away. I actually read that as go away. Go already. If you don't, I might cry. I do that all the time anyway, but... So, please. Thank you for everything. This is when I use that phrase, right? El Sai Konguli. It's Kongru. I find myself smiling. Yeah, that's a thing, right? Like, you know, I'm not much for romantic subplots. You know, I'm a hopeless romantic myself, but watching TV and movies and whatever, that's not what I like. What I like is just humble, you know, respect and civility and just good feelings for both people. That's what I like. I don't care if it's like a romantic relationship, platonic, fucking sexual, whatever. As long as they just have a quiet moment where they, you know, sort of say nice words to each other, you know, smile. Someone makes a mistake, the other person corrects them, but is still smiling. Like, literally what just happened. That's what I'm for. I don't care about the fucking, oh, love triangle, blah bullshit. I don't care. None of that matters to me. What matters is the little moments. Little moments where things are just nice. Lukiko forces a smile, too. El Sai Konguru. It is. She bows deeply. She doesn't raise her head. A sign for me to go already. Go already! Get on with it! It's the man from scene 37. I turn back to the archway at the shrine's entrance. My feet are heavy. They won't advance. I stop in front of the stairs. Then I take out my phone. Call. Ah, yes. Okabe, Mary called. She was mad. You stood her up on your promise to go to Kamima. Christina, I need you to enter a number into the phone wave. Name subject to change. What? Explain yourself. It took me a second to get back into her voice, since I haven't really done it in a while. Not like fully. Please, just do it. I'm sending a D-mail. Oh! Ooh, okay. Wait. Did I miss the opportunity? Hang on, did I miss the opportunity? I hear a sigh on the other end of the phone. The number is... I tell her Lukiko's mother's pager number with another string of numbers attached. Meat, veg, meat, veg. Yeah, that sounds about right. When she sees this, Lukiko's mother will probably think it's a prank. And then she'll assume the email we sent earlier was also a prank, since it's from the same place. If that still doesn't change the word line, we can just try something else. Pages of 1992 don't display the sender's number. Lukiko's mother won't know who sent it. Alright, so I'm just going to save right here. Hypothetically, this is the coming off point, but I don't actually know. I genuinely don't. But we're getting close. We're getting there. I already told Karasu the timer setting. Everything's ready. I hang up once I confirm that the 42-inch CRT is on. Now I just need to call the phone wave name subject to change. Then the world line will change. Yeah, no, I'm saving here because this is the moment. There we go. Lukiko will turn back into a guy. Her memories will disappear, presumably. Mary won't die today. However, I hesitate to open my address book. My thoughts turn to Lukiko, who is probably still watching me from behind. If I turn around, what will I see on her face? I want to check, but I don't think she'd want that. Lukiko finally smiled for me today, but I still have lingering reservations inside. This time I'm about to sacrifice Lukiko's memories. The memories of the 17 years she's lived as a girl on this world line. The memories of her parents, who rejoined when their daughter was born. Rejoiced. I'm like, whoa, did they split? I'm about to erase all of that. But if I don't, I will be rejecting 17 years Lukiko lived as a guy. I will be rejecting the memories of his parents, who rejoiced when their son was born. Even so, is it okay to turn Lukiko back into a guy? Yes! I'm lost, and I cannot take another step. I've sacrificed I can't actually change anything, interact with anything, so this isn't the time. I either missed it or it's coming up. The sight of their tears is burned into my mind. Oh. Something soft presses against my back. Lukiko has embraced me from behind. Oh no! I hear faint sobbing. What expression is she making now? Even without looking, I can tell. I really don't want to change back. Her words are like needles stabbing into my heart. If I change back into a guy, I'll have to hide my feelings for you. You won't, though! You won't have to do that! I don't know about the social pressures, but you can absolutely be homosexual to each other. It's not a problem. You just do it. Just be there together. Just be two boys in love. Just be beautiful together. It would be wrong for me to love you if I'm a guy. That sentence is wrong. It would be fine. I have nothing against homosexuals. Okay. Okay, Okabe. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay, alright. Okay. I'm listening. But unfortunately, I am heterosexual. I won't be able to answer Lukiko's feelings if he's a guy. See, now, there we go. That... Oh, I accidentally hit a button. That is genuinely... Like, that is valid, completely. If you are hetero, you should not pretend to be something you're not. Just as if you're homo, you shouldn't pretend to be something if you're anything, you shouldn't pretend to be something you're not just for someone else or because it's right or wrong or whatever. You be true to you. Now Lukiko, unfortunately, is into Okabe, even as a guy, so, you know, it's a complicated situation, but... My memories of today will vanish too, won't they? That we held hands and walked together. That we trained together after such a long time. That I'm touching Okabe-san's body right now. I don't want to forget. I don't! Because I love you. I love you, Okabe-san. I want to save Mayuri-chan too, and I understand there's no other way, but... It still hurts. Yeah, it absolutely would hurt. Oh, this is just not a good situation to find yourself in if you do. At the very least, I want to keep my memories of today. If I'd known it would hurt this much, then I never would have wished to be a girl in the first place. I'm just gonna listen to that for a second. Now, there is the I forget the name for the type of phrase. There is a phrase, "It's better to have loved and lost than not to have loved at all," which is semi-applicable here. It's better to have been a girl in love and lost than to not have been a girl and loved at all in your particular case. Because you got the good thing. It hurts, and oh, it will hurt. But it still was nice. The time you shared together. Lukiko. I'm sorry. I know that doesn't matter to you, right? Even as a guy, you're still Lukiko to me. That won't change. Yes. It makes me happy to hear you say that. Okabe-san, please send the email. It's not time yet. It's not time. Oh. If I were making less jokes and doing less stupid voices, I'd probably be crying right now. Please, send it quickly. It doesn't allow me to do... I'm just gonna keep over-saving this. If you let me feel your warmth any longer, I might even say worse things. I can't hold back my feelings anymore. Lukiko. Is this really okay? Okabe-san, please! About to sacrifice someone again. Is it my place to make that decision? I mean, unfortunately it is. My fingers tremble around my phone. But Lukiko embraces those trembling fingers with her own. Will you remember me? Yes. With just one call to the phone wave, names. Oh, it's time. It's time. Name subject to change. I can send Lukiko. I can send a message to Luca's mother's pager. Huh? How? Oh, phone wave. Let's hear first a couple more messages. Will you remember me as a girl? Yes. Yeah, no, I will. I absolutely will. Call the phone wave. Lukiko places her fingers on top of mine. On top of the send button. Thank you, Okabe-san. Farewell, my love. It's so sad. Oh, man. Well, we hit the halfway point. Yeah, endless hypothesis. Yeah, we're coming back to these world lines. By the way, they're happening. The warmth of Lukiko's hand slips away as the vertigo hits me. I'm still at the shrine, but I no longer feel Lukiko clinging to my back. I turn around slowly. Lukiko is standing a short distance away, as if to see me off. No tears, just a bewildered smile. My chest feels like it's about to burst. I hold back.
No.
Hey, Lukiko. Yes. You're... I hesitate for a moment, but I have to know. You're a guy, right? Yes? Okabe, are you okay? She's gone. He has returned. Cuter than any girl. Looks good in Miko robes. But he's a guy. I bite my lip.
お前は
Do you...
俺の
Wrong voice. Do you like me?
好きか
What? I don't understand.
好きか
Do you like me?
尊敬してます。
I respect you. He respects me. I don't deserve his respect. But that's not what matters now. Lukiko's answer seemed clear, but wasn't. He didn't answer the question.
男に戻ったら
If I change back into a guy, I'll have to hide my feelings for you.
この気持ち
You won't have to.
封印しなくちゃいけないから。
Lukiko might still like me, even though he's a guy again. However, he'll never speak honestly about those feelings. This is what Lukiko decided for himself. It would be wrong to pry any further. The problem here is that there's two sides to this. Yes, side one. Yes, it's wrong to pry. If somebody... Then again, Lukiko hasn't said not to pry. You respect somebody's opinion, that you respect what they say, even if you disagree with it. If somebody says things are one way, you don't pry into them. Because it's, honestly, it's up to them how they portray themselves. It's not up to you, it's not up to anyone else. It's up to the person, how they act and think and talk, everything. And if Lukiko says, please don't ask, don't go any further, I don't want to go into this, you respect that. On the other hand, if you're trying to get them to be honest, then it's incredibly complicated, to be honest. I've never been good at it, and I just sort of forgo all of it and just do what they say at face value for anything ever. And I'm forgetful and shit happens, but like, for the most part, I try to respect what they say and what they, like, designate more than anything else. It's words to me that are the deciding factor. If a girl says she doesn't like me, it doesn't matter if she's being coy, it doesn't matter whatever. She said no, and I respect the word, not what any other context behind it means. This is why the no means no and yes means yes thing matters so much to me. It's like, I'm going way off topic, but like, just in a general vein, like, there is a situation, well, all situations, a girl says no, she's not interested, so you go with that. You say, she said no, cool, I'm gonna respect that and back off. We can still be friends, whatever, who cares? You respect the no. But, on the flip side of that, yes means yes. Nothing else means yes, except yes. You have to say yes, otherwise you don't mean yes. Now, if a girl says maybe, that isn't a yes. It isn't a no. It means that you don't interact with that situation. And I say girl, but that's just because I'm a guy and oh, that's my alarm to record. I just say that because I'm a guy and I'm sexually attracted to women, so I'm just going to use that as my example. But this applies to all people. You need to say yes more often. If you have feelings for someone, tell them. Be honest. Say the words you mean to say. Don't leave it for them to interpret. Because then, they could completely say, oh, well, you said this, so, and then you meant this. So, clearly you don't say what you mean, and I can interpret it however I want. That's bad. Say yes, say no, say the words you mean. If you're into a guy, then fucking let him know. Just say, hey, I'm into you. It's kind of blunt, kind of lacking tact, but it gets the message across. Anyway, I wasted the last 3 minutes. I'm gonna get back to this game. Maybe I'm just running away. Maybe I should pry. Force him to confront his feelings. But I'm not strong enough to accept the consequences. Excuse me. I'll just end up hurting Lukiko.
Arigato.
Thanks. You are my disciple, now and forever. Agreed? Yes, of course I am. I look away, unable to bear his shy smile. The world line has changed. Lukiko's a guy again. Which means the IBN 5100 should be at the shrine. On the previous world line, girl Lukiko broke the IBN 5100 while cleaning the storehouse. But guy Lukiko didn't clean the storehouse. He never broke the IBN 5100. It's 6:46 p.m. Judging by past experience, it's very likely that I've averted Mary's death for today. But just in case, I should get back to the lab within the hour.
Lukako.
Lukiko, do you remember breaking an old computer in the Shrine storehouse last year? An old computer? No, I don't remember anything like that. Hang on. My throat hurts a lot. I'm going a couple minutes over because I spent so long ranting. Oh boy. These voices, I'm glad this arc is over because, don't remember anything like that. I don't really understand computers. I haven't played with them much. Lukio was a girl. She trembled when I asked her the same question. And then she forced a smile as if to avoid admitting that she broke the computer. But he's not trembling right now. Lukio honestly doesn't know. Go get your father for me. Shouldn't you already have it? I asked Lukio to fetch his father for me so I can ask him whether or not the IBM 1500 was in the storehouse. An old computer, yes, I do remember. I'll go check. Please wait a moment. He heads into the storeroom out back, just like on the previous world line. But on the previous world line, the IBM 1500 was no longer in the storeroom since its girl, Lukiko, had secretly moved it. How will it turn out this time? Luca's dad returns about 10 minutes later. His expression is grave. Uh-oh. That's all the answer I need. Nothing has changed. It's gone. I couldn't find it anywhere. I quickly glanced at Lukiko's face. Blank. He doesn't seem to know anything. Lukiko is innocent, I'm sure of it. The lock to the storeroom house was broken. Someone must have stolen it. Stolen it? It didn't disappear? A thief took it? There's evidence someone dragged something heavy away. That wasn't there at the end of the year cleaning. And the lock wasn't broken when I checked last month. Now we're gonna say thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, I'm Keywii. I'm great to you and yourself a delightful day. So goodbye!